Welcome to the Deborah Kennedy Show. Here on the Deborah Kennedy Show, we are all about empowering other women, lifting each other up, and just finding the value in each and every woman because you are all beautiful. My special guest tonight, Miss Julie Hurley, is the owner of the Beauty Boost here in Charlotte. I'm so excited to have you, Julie, on the set.
Hey, Deborah.
Hi,
so glad to be here. So nice to finally meet you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I can feel your energy. You're contagious, girl. So
Thank
what
you.
a perfect
I have heard that
person.
before. Thank you, Deborah.
So I love this whole Beauty Boost because it is really about bringing women together.
Absolutely.
And what you do is just so many different events.
Yeah.
And so that each woman is very different. We're not all interested in the same things.
You're
But
exactly right.
we all are interested in beauty, health, empowering other women, lifting each other up. And that's what you do, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's the best kind of side hustle, passion project. Gosh, it's basically everything that I love to do in my own life. The Beauty Boost brings that to fruition. So it's our mantra is we're a community for women to feel empowered, healthy, and beautiful. And Deborah, just as you mentioned, we have different themes for events every month. So we have virtual events, so even our gals that aren't in Charlotte can dial in, and we have virtual events about once a month.
Right.
And we have in-person events, day retreats, weekend retreats, and we're actually in 21 cities across the country.
That's great. So tell me a little bit about how you do empower other women. Like, I'm sure you got into this industry because of a story. You probably have your own story. But tell me different ways that you feel like being part of this lifts up other women and how you're making a difference in their lives.
Yeah, so I started with the Beauty Boost. I was a brand ambassador. So I have an awesome team of 25 women that are kind of the eyes and ears of the city because, gosh, I can't do all of this by myself. It really takes a village. So I was an ambassador for about a year, and our former city owner was relocating to the Midwest. And she approached me and said, Julie, you are the epitome of what a city owner should be. Would you like to take on this new role? And I work full time and travel a lot, and I just thought, I need to think on this a bit.
Right.
It's
a lot.
It is.
That
it
side
is.
hustle, that is
and
a big
I want
side
to make
hustle.
sure that I'm balanced and I
Right.
have a full cup. But I sat on that for a few days, Deborah, and thought, how would I feel if this opportunity passed me by? And I said, I would be heartbroken. That means I have to say yes. I have to move forward with this dream. So I've been in this role for about a year, and it's been one of the best years of my life. It fills me up. I can fill up the community, and we're all about connection. So connecting amazing women with each other, like-minded individuals that like to pour their energy and their time into experiences. So sometimes it's hard to make friends, and we are here to help people make friends. And then with the events that we do, there's different themes every month, as we've been talking about. So 2 days ago, we just did a Charlotte fitness sampler. So that was 6 different fitness classes, like micro 20-minute classes. So if you want to try bar or boxing or yoga, there's a little taste of everything.
That's great.
So while these classes are going on, we also highlight other women, other female entrepreneurs in the community.
Right.
So you can get a mini massage or a Reiki healing and an eyebrow wax and talk to a nutritionist. So it's connecting awesome women to maybe a new venue that they've not been,
Right.
and highlighting local business owners. So there's just, it's a
circle.
trifecta of wonderful things.
So I'm going to say my fabulous media director, Valerie, she has found many of our great guests from the Beauty Boost.
Well.
So we're going to show a few clips of some events and things going on right here in Charlotte as we go to this break. Pictures. So it looks like you have so many happy women in all different ages. And I love that's what you do. You lift up and empower women. So maybe someone's in their shell, and like you said earlier, they can't make friends, and they really don't even know what they enjoy in life. So by having all these different modalities, then they can experience different health, different beauty, to find maybe what makes them happy. Is that what you perceive?
Absolutely. So just for me, I love community and connection. So getting to know people on a different level. So perhaps we meet at an event, but then we grab coffee and we do a book share and we can plan a weekend away together. Just trying to have more of that deeper connection rather than that surface level, because we're just here because the community, the engagement is so important to fill us up individually. And me as a person, I wouldn't be who I am without my good girlfriends, my family, my friends. So I just want to give that to other people.
And how great that you could open that up, because not all women are open. They're guarded. And it's hard for a lot of women to make friends. And so this is a great venue for women to come together and experience new things together and meet new people. And that's what you want.
Absolutely. Whether it be through fitness or a workshop with a life coach, or gosh, even going for a hike with their dogs together, just trying to get to know each other, exploring new pieces of the city.
So tell me your best story. Everybody's got a great story of what just pulled them in and just really made me think, I'm so happy that I'm part of this. So tell me one of your favorite stories that maybe you connected someone, maybe you personally connected, you connected people together. Shoot me. Give me that story,
what a
girl.
good question. There are so many. But I'm actually a good friend of mine from the fitness community actually introduced me to Jennifer Busco, who you'll be talking with soon.
Yes,
and Jennifer's been an amazing friend and been on this Beauty Boost journey with me for the last year, and we're working on workshops together and hanging out on Saturday nights together and voice messaging each other ideas, and I'm hanging out with her and her son, and it's just from one connection from someone else, like now I have this really beautiful friendship and we're on this great journey together.
That's an amazing story, because you would not have met her had you not been put together through this. And so you're doing that for other women out there.
Exactly.
So do you feel like the one thing that most women are missing in their lives is a really good girlfriend that they could tell everything to? If they don't have it,
I would say top three. Absolutely.
Because guys just don't get us. Do they?
Yes.
They just don't understand.
The guys are great, but it's not
emotions.
the same.
No,
exactly.
It's like, you really do. I love that's what you do, because it really is about having, like, girls can have multiple best friends, but some have no best friend.
Yeah.
And so it's nice when you have that friend or two friends or four friends that know everything about you. It takes time for them to, invest in each other.
Right.
But this is something that you're empowering women to lift each other up and to really have that friend. So
absolutely. Think about Sex in the City. Where would we be without that?
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you so much for stopping by the set tonight. You are just a light. You're just a shining light for all of us. I love what you do. and your energy is just contagious. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And
My
I'll be
pleasure,
seeing
Deborah.
you.
Thank you so
yes,
much.
a lot. I'm sure I'll be seeing you a lot. So just like Julie, it's really about empowering other women, lifting each other up. We are here for each other. Can't be jealous, can't tear each other down. We want to lift each other up, and that's what makes the world go round.
If you are in the fashion, art, or entertainment industry and would like to be a guest on The Deborah Kennedy Show, just go to deborahkennedyshow.com and you could be a guest just like me.
Tis the season for all things holiday. And what holiday is not perfect without cranberries?
Look.
My favorite international chef, Armin himself, is in the kitchen cooking up some cranberries tonight.
Thanks, Deborah. Love coming on your show
love it.
every month. So what we're going to do is we're making lots of cranberry stuff today. We're making a cranberry chutney. We're making a cranberry cocktail. And we're using some fresh oranges as well. So we're going to heat up our pan, and we're going to add a bag of cranberries. And you can get these cranberries anywhere this time of year.
These are fresh or just
These are fresh. You can get them anywhere this time of year. But buy them and freeze them so you have them any time of the year.
Okay,
They
I love
last
it.
forever. Go ahead and drop those in for me. So that's about 16 ounces of cranberry, less the few that we ate already.
Maybe 5.
We're going to add 2 cups of sugar.
Okay.
We're going to add some liquid to this as well.
Now, sometimes there are flames that
Right,
come
we'll
up
see.
with
We'll
you.
see what
Let's
happens.
see.
So what we have here is a little bit of orange vodka, a little bit of orange Grand Marnier, and some water. So you want to replace your waters. If it's the recipe says water, and you're adding orange juice or orange liquid, like liqueur, you want to reduce so it reduces properly. Because this has to
And it
break
cooks
down.
down.
Yeah, so what you want to do is this on a high flame. You'll start to see it bubble, and then we'll add our Grand Marnier to it. We're going to go ahead and add some orange zest.
You do this so perfectly.
So you just take your zester, tap this on here. We'll just keep going around.
Okay.
And sometimes it doesn't all come off the scraper here. See all that orange underneath? So what we're going to do is tap it with another piece of metal here and get it all to come off. And also use the fork underneath it.
Can I just say that my favorite thing is a man in the kitchen. That is so sexy, especially one that knows how to cook
Thank
so
you.
well. I mean,
I really need
Gary,
a
watch
recipe.
out. Yeah. You make it look so simple.
So we're taking the orange, getting all this off the outside. And this just gives it a great flavor without adding too much orange juice to it.
Okay.
So as this starts to
So you
cook,
just use that little bit of zest. That's it.
you can use that. Mandarins are in season this time of year, or clementines. These are great if you want to peel these and put oranges in it too, so you can add more orange flavor. But this will come to a quick boil, and what happens as it cooks, it's going to start to pop. The berries will pop, and it's going to reduce. So it thickens up like you see right here. So I'm going to want you to taste that.
What can I do?
My
taste. I love
famous
that part.
cranberry orange chutney. Since you got it on my finger.
That is amazing.
Isn't that good?
It's like a dessert.
It really is.
And this is how you're preparing that.
Right. And what we're going to do here is just add a little bit of
Liquor.
Grand Marnier.
Why not?
See if we can do our usual on the show.
Flame.
So
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
as this gets thicker, Deborah's going to go ahead and make a cranberry cocktail. So what we're going to do is use our champagne glass. We're going to add some Prosecco. Now you see we got a nice flame on here. See, Deborah? We got our flame.
baby, I love it.
So this will cook down, and that flame will go out in a second.
Look at that, I love it. Honey, you always have a flame going on, I'm just telling you. That's
We'll
how
use this.
Armin rolls. Flame
And
it,
then
flame
to
it.
that, we're going to add just a little bit of orange juice.
Orange juice. So a mimosa kinda, right?
Right. It's kind of like mimosa, but it's a cranberry drink. Now you can make a Cosmo with the same liquids. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I don't like this flame too hot here.
Splash of orange juice.
And then we've got Chambord. This is a French liqueur made with
I love
cranberries.
Chambord.
It's really, really good. So add a splash of that to each and some fresh cranberries.
I'm having this for every holiday.
Now you want to be
Splash.
careful how much liquor you add because it will pop like this. So what I'm probably going to do is slow this down a little bit. So we don't get too much of a flame.
Okay. And a few of you saved
And add a
these.
few
You
cranberries. I
saved
saved a
these.
few.
Look at my guy.
Mwah.
He is so good. So good to me.
So this might take a little bit longer than we have time for today, but I'm going to finish this for Deborah so she can take it home and share it with her family.
And pretend I made it.
Pretend she made it, of course. And we're going to have a little
Toast.
holiday cheer. Mwah.
Happy holidays. We get the most rewinds and views on our channel on YouTube. Subscribe to the Deborah Kennedy Show if you haven't already. And follow all of amazing Armin in the Kitchen's recipes. He is an international chef, and we're so excited,
Mwah.
my friend, to have you here.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Here's the tip. Berries to everybody.
To view this entire episode or to view other past episodes, please visit our podcast site at DeborahKennedyShow.com.
Do you ever feel like you're just not being heard? Do you ever feel like, just kind of don't know where life's taking you? You're at a standstill. Well, tonight, my very special guest, Miss Jennifer Busco, is an energy healer, and she's here on the set. Jennifer, I love all the things that you do. So welcome to the set.
Thank you, Deborah. Thanks for having me.
When I read your bio, I was like, she is what every woman needs.
Amen.
Amen, sister, because, we are all at different spots in our lives and what we need. But the one thing that you said I hear a lot of women say is getting in touch with their authentic voice.
Yes.
Not just yourself, but your authentic self. Because sometimes we are programmed to do what other people think we should do, or how we were raised, what we should do, or in the box. So how do you get women to be more of their authentic self?
So I think it's very natural for us as humans to pull things up into our minds and do sort of what I call mental gymnastics. So if we're making a decision in life, we're like, well, I think this should happen, and logically I should think this. And what I do in my sessions is help people get into their authentic emotions and feel what they are feeling rather than thinking and analyzing. Because your authentic emotions are connected to your intuition, and your intuition's connected to your higher self. Right. And your higher self, in my opinion, wants what's best for you and knows exactly what you desire. So your emotions are an internal guidance system for you. And so getting in touch with what you feel and then voicing it is everything.
So I love that you said that. So that will lead me into this. Tell our audience out there, what exactly is an energy healer?
So energy healing is channeling high vibrational energy into the client where low vibrational energy exists. Or in other words, putting love into your body where you're storing fear. Fear meaning stress, fear, worries, stored and stuck emotions, unprocessed traumas. And so I'm sort of like a straw. Like I like to think of myself as like almost like a McDonald's straw, really wide, and the energy just comes through me and out my hands or around me and then into the client, and then the energy goes to the places that are needed. And so as an energy healer, I can sort of feel what needs to be addressed in the body, but it's really divine in the sense of where the energy goes. And so the energy can help with physical ailments, and it can also help bring awareness to root causes of issues in relationships, career, work, abundance, and relationships with yourself.
So basically, a lot of people have therapists, psychiatrists. Basically, it's an energy, same thing, but just through your own energy. I have my friends, and I was so excited to have you as a guest. Thanks, Valerie.
Thanks for having me.
But in LA, it's like a thing. Everybody has an energy healer.
It's becoming more well known, which is really amazing.
Yes.
And so I'm trained as an intuitive guide. So I use my intuition to guide the client towards the root cause of whatever they're suffering with, whether that is a relationship or something else. But ultimately, it all boils down to the relationship you have to yourself.
Well, it also all boils down to your childhood.
Yes,
like everything
100%.
goes back to your
Subconscious
childhood.
beliefs.
Subconscious.
I'm huge into that.
Right.
That's typically in every session. It gets boiled down to some sort of pattern that's happening as an adult that was happening as a child, and the client's just really comfortable and familiar with that pattern, but a lot of times that pattern, not so bueno.
Right. No.
And so we sort of grow up the belief. So if somebody has a belief that love is chaotic because their parents fought
all the time.
their whole childhood,
Right.
so then they start dating men or having romantic relationships with a lot of chaos, they want to grow up that belief
Right.
so they can step into the place where love is peace, love is ease.
So, and you have to be able to share that. And I'm sure you feel, even when someone like backs up and doesn't really want to share, you can feel it. You're
Oh,
intuitive.
yes.
You're
Yes.
like,
The
bring it
most
on, 'cause I
open
know.
clients are
Right.
the most fun. When they're shut
Yeah.
down, I'm like, can I just unzip you? Let me just unzip you. Just be open to it.
So another thing I love is how do you set healthy boundaries? I hear that all the time, but I'm going to say I'm the worst at really setting healthy boundaries because I want to please everybody.
Yes.
So how do you do that?
A boundary is what doesn't work for you. So simplistically speaking, so if somebody calls me and asks me for advice, a friend on a relationship, and it doesn't work for me because I want to be with my kid that night, or I don't have the energy to exert, then I just won't answer. I'll say, hey, can I call you back? So it's really, again, going back to your authentic emotion and asking yourself, does this work for me in this moment? And that's why boundaries and self-worth go hand in hand, because you have to have self-worth to set the boundary. And you have to know what you're feeling to know what works for you and what sort of fills you up and what depletes you. Right. So if something depletes you constantly, or a relationship, most likely there's a boundary that needs to be set.
Right. Which is hard for people.
It's so hard because especially women, we want to please.
Right.
Yes.
Because we grew up that way.
Yes.
We want to
But I
please.
think that you can set boundaries lovingly. And one of my favorite boundaries with people that you maybe have a little challenge with in your life, even sometimes family, love them from afar. You don't have to cut anybody out of your life, with misery and negativity and drama. You can just sort of backpedal and say, I'm going to love such and such from afar.
Girl, I love that. Listen to you with your self-love and
Yes.
self-worth. Pass it on,
It
girl.
It is a lifelong work, and that's why I love this work, because I've had to do it to myself my whole entire life, or probably the last 20 years, I would say.
Right.
I started doing this work, and I know it works because I can see that my life has changed since I've started working on myself.
So you have 1 million clients. So tell me
Thank you.
one. Of course.
But
there's
there's room for more.
Always room for more. So tell me the 3 things that you will say most of your clients have in common when they come to you for energy healing.
I have a lot of male clients, and a lot of male clients have problems with knowing what they feel. So not even expressing it, just knowing. A lot of men are like, well, but I think this, and this plus this equals 4. And I'm like, okay, I get all of this mind stuff happening, but how are you feeling? And a lot of times they really struggle with getting quiet and putting their energy into their body where their emotions lie. And one of my favorite quotes ever is, the brain can't feel.
Right.
And
That's
so
true.
I think a lot of men think the brain can feel when they make choices and
I love that.
decisions.
I'm going to use that.
The brain can't feel, baby.
No,
we should be
baby.
using our bodies to feel, not our brains.
Right.
And then the second thing would be belief systems. I mean, pretty much every client, there's some sort of belief. Because a belief is just a certainty that you witnessed or experienced as a child. Right. And if you don't work on it, we just keep repeating it. It's animalistic. It's primitive. Right. It's actually, it feels safe to have that consistency of a pattern, even if it's something that we don't necessarily like or want.
Right, exactly.
And the third thing would be self-love.
A lot of people don't
Self-love,
have that.
self-worth. I mean, it's a lifelong process.
Right.
I sometimes look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, do I love myself? I don't know. I think I love myself.
I think you love yourself because you're confident. But
I've had to work on it.
Right, but some people hide behind that. They seem confident, but they don't love themselves.
That's ego. Yeah, that's when there's a little bit of, it's a little, less heart and more ego in that. And you can feel that energy in people.
And you have such energy. Like, you have this, like, I think I'm very intuitive.
Oh, I love that.
And so,
Read me.
girl, on air? Oh my God, no. So, what I love though is that, you can feel the energy. Like, I can feel positive vibes from
Thank
someone.
you.
And I can feel like just like you do self-love yourself.
Thank you.
I can feel that. And then to me, it's an energy zapper to be around people that are negative or pessimistic. I'm optimistic, half full kind of girl.
And what we don't realize is when we give somebody attention, we are giving our energy. So wherever you are paying attention, or whoever you are paying attention to, even just something simple as somebody always complaining like, oh, I have to work so hard and I stubbed my toe, and you're like, I'm so sorry, Deborah. Then I'm giving you my energy.
Right.
That can be depleting for me if it's not reciprocated from you.
Right.
And so I think it's really important to have the awareness of understanding in your life where you give your energy and when it's reciprocated, and try to be in that place where you get filled up.
Balance.
Yes.
Right. Balance. Because my thing would be, suck it up, buttercup. We all have problems. Like you do. But not everybody feels that way. A lot of people are like, woe is me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, why did this happen? Why did it happen to me? It's because they don't have the positive vibes.
Or you know why? When they were a child, the only way they were shown love was when they were sick or when they were hurting. So as an adult, they're repeating that same dynamic of, that's how they get their attention or love, is by asking for sympathy. So that's just an unhealed belief as well.
So, last question. How did you get into this? Because I love your vibe. I love
Oh,
your
thank
energy.
you.
I love what you do. So, tell me how you
So
got started.
yoga is kind of the gateway to this. A lot of yoga teachers, you take it deeper. And so I was doing a lot of healing on the yoga mat, became a yoga teacher. I taught for many, many years and led multiple teacher trainings. And then I sort of had a little challenge in my life. I had a girlfriend, a big betrayal by a girlfriend, by one of my best friends. And I saw a healer. And so when I started doing healing work with my healer, and then I was like, well, I want to do this work. Can I take a training? And then the healer and I became really close. And so she was one of my best friends. And so we were kind of healing off the record and healing on the record. And so ultimately, I think the best way to become a teacher is to experience things.
Right.
And so I have
Absolutely.
done my own healing and gone through my own challenges and had to find my own self-worth from the inside out that wasn't maybe shown to me as a child. And so I want to share that. I want to empower people to get to know themselves better and more lovingly, just like I had to do and am still doing.
Exactly.
Still
She
doing
can
it.
never have enough clients.
Yes.
Well, I love your story. I love your energy. I hope you'll come back.
Yes,
so thank
definitely.
you for stopping by the set
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So if you need some positive energy, if you need those good vibes, if you just kind of want to find yourself and do a little self-love, Jennifer Busco is your girl. She can heal your energy and lift it higher. Our Christmas present to you tonight is our musical guest, Mr. Jeff Brown. Take it away, Jeff. Oh, and company.
And company.
That was amazing, Mr. Jeff Brown. Thank you for that musical presentation. It's really getting us into the holiday spirit. And we want to wish our family out there a very Merry Christmas from our family here on the Deborah Kennedy Show. Merry Christmas! Why did you not get up here, mister?
Clear.